As the Canadian government prepares to act all over the country, Filipino Canadians are trying to find ways to help people in their homeland. Parts of the Philippines are scenes of sheer devastation. Miles and miles of demolished towns and cities. The death toll is climbing quickly as emergency teams and soldiers push deeper and deeper into remote areas blasted by the storm. More than 10,000 people may have died in one city alone. In countries all over the world, including Canada, people of Filipino descent are watching what's happening in their homeland and offering to help. And one such person is Rosemar and Verga. She's trying to collect money and goods to send to the Philippines, and she joins us right here in studio right now. I saw you watching those pictures go by. What goes through your mind when you see what's happened?
It's really very, very sad and very horrific what happened to our Filipinos back home. And I'm here to appeal for in-kind and cash donations. And in-kind donations can be dropped off at Our Lady of Assumption Church at 2565 Bathurst Street. And that's Our Lady of Assumption Church again at 2565 Bathurst Street. And they're open to accept in-kind donations and as well as cash donations.
I understand that you have family in the Philippines. What have you been hearing from them and others there?
Well, personally, my family is okay because they're in Manila. But we have been hearing so much stories about their families being affected in the Philippines. And one particular priest in the Philippines where he comes from, it's Leyte, which is, the heavily affected area. His family, the house has been blown away. So they have nowhere to live, and food is very scarce, as you can see, and drinking water as well. So they need immediate response right now with food, clothing, and clean drinking water.
And what's your sense of the response from the Filipino community? What are you hearing from the people that you know?
Here, it's very overwhelming, and it's really very, very heartwarming to know that so many Filipino Canadians are really ready to help. And the outpouring of support is there. The emails, the phone calls, and the inquiries, how they can help. So that's the reason why the Church of Our Lady of Assumption Church has taken the initiative. Archdiocesan Filipino Catholic Mission is there, one of their charity arms, to accept these donations. And we'll be packing goods starting tomorrow at Our Lady from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. All donations are being accepted, and they can just drop off, and we'll be shipping out these goods to the Philippines.
Rosemar, the federal government is promising $5 million in aid. Do you think that's enough?
Well, hoping that, we cannot, we have to be grateful. Everything that we can have right now, we have to be grateful. But again, all the nations are welcome. And it would be better if they can give more. And that would really be very, very appreciated.
I wonder what you feel when you're talking to people who are trying to get through to relatives. We've been hearing that the communications are abysmal. It's hard even to connect to do any aid missions, let alone contact family and friends. What are they telling you about their frustration?
They're very, very frustrated, and they're very scared because they don't really know if their families are still living. And one caregivers have been crying since this typhoon started because she lost contact totally. Even one member of her family, she couldn't even contact. So she doesn't even know if they survive this typhoon, this calamity. And hopefully, everything turns out well. And she's she's one of those thousands still trying to contact their families back home. And as you can see, the power lines are down, brownouts, and the houses are blown away. So definitely there are no electricity. And, even the cell phones are dead because there is no way that you can charge your cell phones now.
And you mentioned that the relief effort that you're trying to do is through the church. And we keep hearing it brought up. I'm sure you heard the Pope had a message today for people to give aid. Are a lot of people turning to religion at this point in time?
Yes, definitely, because as you know, the Filipinos are Catholic-based, not even Catholic, Christian-based, I would say. And that's one thing probably that keeps them going, their faith, their strong faith. And at this time, in dire need, they turn to the religion. That's the only way that they can survive all these calamities that's been happening. As you know, earlier we had an earthquake and now typhoons. I think this is the 21st typhoon that hit the Philippines this year so far. and hopefully not anymore, nothing more coming. So they turn to the religion for their strength.
Rosemary, we want to thank you so much for coming in to share what you're doing with us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, and I'm just hoping that, you can help us too, to solicit in-kind goods and cash donations channeled through the Our Lady of Assumption Church.
All right, Rosemary, thanks so much for
You're
being here.
welcome.
That's Rosemary and Virga with the Filipino-Canadian community here in Toronto.